Hey chillers, welcome back to my channel. So today, I'm sitting on my bed. Today is Thursday, which means it is spooky day for this week. Now, it's not going to be like this for the rest of the week, for next week. This week, it will be all sorts out of whack. I explained in the video I did yesterday. But today, I am going to be reading Doppleganger stories. I'm like low-key obsessed with doppelgangers. But let's just go ahead and get started. So this one's from I found these in just a Reddit forum, and the first one's from Ivy Wild. I guess that's what that is. A little late to this post, but I may have a doppelganger in my house. My daughter walks down the street to the bus stop, and most of the time, as she's leaving in the morning or coming back in the afternoon, I'll watch her from the window and wave at her. Twice in the past couple months, she's seen me waving at the window when I was otherwise preoccupied. The first time happened in the morning, and she came home apologizing for not waving back at me, but I quickly turned away before she had waved back. I thought it was strange, but brushed it off as maybe her being groggy, seeing things in the morning, an odd reflection, or any number of possibilities since she only caught a glimpse. But a couple days ago, on her way back from the bus stop, she very clearly saw me waving and even waved back. I turned away before she got close enough to clearly see any features. But when she walked in the door, I was in a totally different room on the living room couch taking a little cat nap. She was really confused and asked me if I was just at the window waving, but I assured her I'd been napping there on the couch and hadn't moved. We tried to recreate the conditions. Sometimes the curtains move when the air is on, and maybe it caused an illusion. But it just looks like curtains with nothing reflecting. We both went outside where she saw it and investigated this right after she got home and told me the story. I stood in the window and waved at her, and she said it looked exactly the same as the doppelganger. So since this is happening at certain times of the day, with two instances fairly close in occurrence, we're going to record in the room where I wave at her and try to capture something on video. She's 10, by the way, and has always been honest and truthful in the past, so I believe her. Our house has had some creepy vibes lately too. Nothing obvious, just a feeling I have, so I don't know if that's worth mentioning. We lived here for 4 years. Update. My daughter hasn't seen it since. This was about a month ago. Haven't recorded anything on the camera either. Not sure if it'll ever show again. Not that I want it to. Every time I walk past the room, I'm afraid I'm going to see my double standing by the window. Let's see. I think I'll read this one from Cushglow. Really? That's your username? I'm sorry, I'm username shaming people. That's not cool. Bad Devin. Shaming people. I'll tell my story. I was on work release and supposed to find work in a certain town. After a few days of looking for jobs, my PO called me into his office. He said he saw me in another town that day. He was going to send me back to prison. I swore up and down it wasn't me. The only thing that saved me was my shoes were different from what my doppelganger was wearing. I guess the guy was wearing the same clothes, just different shoes. The next day, an ex-convict who was also at work release with me said he saw me near where he worked. He yelled my nickname from across the street. My doppelganger turned around, glanced at him, and kept walking. The part that creeps me out is my nickname wasn't given to me until I got to prison. How did my doppelganger know this and even turn to acknowledge the guy yelling my name? Never met him and don't know if I want to meet him. There's a doppelganger of me running around Washington. I think this will be the last one I read. It's from Lori Mama 2. Reddit user. Duh, you're reading these off Reddit, stupid. My husband, children, and I have all seen each other's doppelgangers in this house. We've been living with ghosts for many years, so maybe it is all connected. The only different one was the one my son saw of me spoke to him. He was up early watching cartoons, and the me doppelganger stopped in the doorway and asked if he wanted to go for a walk. He said yes, and the I stepped back out of the room. My son went to follow, and I wasn't there. He found me sound asleep in my bed. Most of the ghost activity is benign, but every now and then it's awful. Let me give you an example that still freaks me out years later. My children were upstairs playing before bedtime, running back and forth through the rooms. I went to tell them it's business. God, I cannot speak. I went to tell them it was bedtime. Suddenly I saw something shiny on the floor. I looked closer and it was an old-fashioned razor blade wedged between two planks, with one of the sharp sides up. It was really tight and took some jiggling to get it out. I shuddered to think about one of the kids stepping on that. Oh, I just crinkled my toes. We had the floor refinished years before and never used that type of razor. The kids had run by it a dozen times, and I feel, excuse the pun, that I found it in the nick of time. Wow. Yeah, I think that was the last one I was going to read. Yeah. Now I'm just trying to find. Okay, no, that's not the one I was reading. I just want to see if they're, like, the comments on it. No. Guess not. Okay. Well, I guess that's where I'm ending this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up so I know. You can click here to see my last video, which is the video I did yesterday, obviously. And you can click here to see something new. Please click my button to subscribe to my channel. Please follow my social media down below in the description. And I will see you guys, I'll see you guys on Monday. I'm not doing the challenge video tomorrow. Sorry. That's what I decided. Peace out, chillers.